everybody, what's up? And welcome back to the Nashtea, your favorite Music City podcast. I am Allie, here with Ty, as always.
What up, what up?
And we are having fun tonight. Did I tell you it was Krista's birthday?
No, happy birthday.
Krista!
Happy birthday, Krista!
Happy birthday! Yeah, so we're having a good day today. And
that's awesome.
Lots
I didn't know that.
Fun things happening. Great. This is an exciting one. We are going to talk tonight a little bit about how we met. I love the concept of this one because we can kind of explain how we came to be and how we're sitting on this couch and ended up in this room, in this podcast studio. So we'll jump into that, but we are going to start with our song of the week. I'm going to roll through mine really quickly, the Nashville way.
Yeah.
Ladies first. And I'm going to hit you up with a little bit of Little Big Town.
Perfect.
I'm obsessed with Little Big Town, and especially in 2019, I was working in the Green Hills area, but I was staying in Nippers Corner, and I would drive the back roads to get to work, and I just had the album Nightfall on repeat. I loved that album, and I kind of was a little salty that the songs that hit were Wine, Beer, Whiskey, but the other two were good. It was The Daughters. I love that song too, but I'm like, there's so much depth on that album. Yeah. And of course, it's the alcohol song that goes. I'm like, ugh. But they had two other really, really great. I don't know what they charted at, but The Daughters.
Oh,
phenomenal. I wish it was like one of the songs I was like, if I could be on a song, it would be something like that. Oh my God. Yeah. So good. And then Sugarcoat was great as well. But there are so many fantastic ones on that song. I cannot talk tonight. There are so many fantastic songs. What is wrong with me? See, that's what happens.
Sounds fine to me.
When you start editing yourself, you sound like a
might be my
dick.
Dyslexia or something. Like it's all like making sense to me.
You're like, yeah, keep rolling.
Sounds fun. I don't know.
Oh man, no, I'm just obsessed with that album. So mine that I'm gonna go with today, choice. River of Stars, has such a sweet melody, has that really just like ethereal, celestial vibe, and it just puts you in a good mood. It's about being away from your loved ones, but you're always there for them no matter what. I paint a river of stars for you, cross the ocean of sapphire blue. Anything I can just to get to you. So sweet. Oh my gosh.
Timeless.
It's timeless. And it's the perfect wedding song. Such a good. There's a lot of great love songs on that one. And a couple I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
So a lot of depth if you're looking for something that's going to be a good listen for. A fun, upbeat sound, but also like something that's a little bit more heavy and serious, and then some loving, sweet. That it's just got everything. So, definitely a big shout out to Little Big Town for that album. Awesome. One of my faves.
That's great.
Yeah,
I love Little Big Town too. So anything by Little Big Town, I'm a fan of. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so since you went Christmas last time, I think I'm going to go Christmas this time. I was going to go with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, okay.
But no, I'm going to go with
the King,
George Strait,
yes.
Christmas Cookies.
Christmas Cookies.
Now, I wasn't a huge fan of this song.
Okay.
Before. Not that I wasn't a huge fan of the song. I mean, it always made me laugh. It's a funny, lighthearted Christmas song. But when we were working in the show together, started singing that song in the show during Christmas time.
He certainly did.
And he was so good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, so good. His personality and the way he'd get out into the audience and interact with them was just so good. And I became a fan of the song almost in reverse because of And then anytime I hear George Strait now, I'm thinking about him.
It brings back
time.
that memory.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's a perfect segue into this episode, because a lot of my memories and of us and our friendship was because of things that I saw you do on stage, and the way you acted on stage was also how you act off stage. And I have just such a huge respect for that, because you don't get that a lot in this town. So we're gonna jump right in. But the Christmas Cookies, I like
Christmas Cookies, George Strait, check it out.
I love it. Oh my gosh! So how should we start this shindig? Ooh! How we met. So exciting!
All right, so my first recollection would be in the studio.
Yes.
We were in a studio here in Nashville. We'd all been selected for a show together. You auditioned in a different way than I did. You were chosen because you were working with the producer and he had already vetted you. He was like, this girl's good. She can sing some Patsy like nobody else.
And I
this
was
girl's in the show.
So thankful for that.
Yeah. So you were vetted. I went and auditioned.
Yeah.
I was past the point of, not past the point, like I was too good for it, but in my own head, in my ego, I thought I was too good for that kind of stuff anymore. I didn't want to be doing a show singing other people's songs. I wanted to be, writing my own stuff. And,
especially when you have the catalog that you do.
Well, I appreciate that. But no, it was, I didn't want to, it felt a little bit like going backwards.
Yeah.
I didn't know how wrong I was until later.
Yeah.
But anyway, so long story short, I auditioned for the producer that you were working with. And on my drive home, I got the call, got the job, and the rest is history. So then I met everybody for the first time. We met everybody for the first time.
Yeah.
In a recording studio. And then I'll let you take it from there.
Oh my gosh. My recollection of that,
because I really don't know what happened after that.
Oh,
it was just like a blur.
We did a little bit of everything. We did photos. We got to, of course, meet each other and, learn a little bit about the team and how we had gotten there and get a little bit of that background. It was like our first day to really be like, okay, this is going to be our core unit.
Yeah.
And in that, they got to play snippets of everyone's songs. And I remember just standing there so nervous because mine was I Fall to Pieces. And I was like, what if they hate it? What if they think it's stupid? What if I don't belong here? Like I'm just some outsider shouldn't be in Nashville.
No.
I just graduated college and wasn't really planning on doing anything with music. And then boom, I just landed this wonderful opportunity and was so overwhelmed with gratitude and also just oh my God, these are Nashville musicians and singers and performers. Oh my gosh.
So you have the younger ones who are all excited, and then you have the older ones walking in there
jaded ass.
Look how much energy they have right now. They don't know. They haven't been through anything yet. They don't know. They're too happy. There's something wrong with them.
Yeah, you get a couple no's, that goes away pretty fast. Which is good. I mean, no's are great because they lead to other things that aren't no's. And you can't have the bad without the good, and you can't have the good without the bad. So you need the rejection to...
It'd be nice, but
to know the happiness of non-rejection.
For sure. Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, it was just such a fun day, and I remember just being going home just being so happy because everyone was so nice and there was no personality that I was like, oh, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing because when you put a whole bunch of solo artists in a room together, it doesn't always. And you ask them them to work as a team. Yeah. That's not always,
You're like, what is this going to turn into, really?
Yeah. And I think in the very beginning, because we all were solo artists, and not in an evil way, but just because of what we'd been through in this town already, I guess the process of how you go about doing things, we were really protective of ourselves. And so we were just, when it was time for us to go out there and do our song, we would try to be as professional as we could be, hit all the notes, and then get off the stage as fast as possible so the next person can come up there and have their stage time.
Yeah.
To find a group of people, though, that cared about each other and really genuinely just got along. We just lucked into, the producers did a great job of casting and just doing their best to weed out any divas or anything like that.
Yeah, which is crazy because we could not be more different, as people to our core. I'm literally blocked on one of the original members' Facebook pages because we're just totally different people. But professionally, we all vibed so well.
Yeah.
And as it makes me giggle now, but if I were to see this person, I would be like, hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? It's just so funny. I don't hold any hatred or anything. It's just funny how different people can be, but together we all just mesh so well in a professional team sense. I don't know. It's
the first year or two was beautiful.
It really was,
because everything that was promised and the things that we could see coming up, opportunities coming up on the horizon, were as big or bigger than anything that we had all dreamed of, I think, up
We were
until
so
that point.
excited.
So we were all really excited, and it was easy to keep the energy up the first couple years. And then as things started to wear, but this is the reason I'm saying that is because more for a positive. We had a group of people that when you're in tight quarters and you're around each other all the time, and we were around each other, if we weren't performing 3 or 4 times a week, we were at the mall, handing out pamphlets. And if we weren't doing that, then we
did all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Like we
hitting up hotels. We were driving cars.
We did everything
buses.
we could to spread awareness of the show that was coming. We drove out to, we all were given as artists, our side project was, hey, just a little, if you want to, when you go home, if you want to drive out to the closest, what is it? The welcome center, the closest welcome center. If you're headed out of the state, why don't you just swing by the local welcome center and just introduce yourself and give them a pamphlet? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get right on that.
You know what's hilarious?
You did it.
I did it. I also played a few, which was really fun, actually. What? I know. I took my guitar. I just went out there and played. I had like my little amp set up, and it was
I love
great.
that.
I honestly had such a good time.
When I see people that like in New York, when you're just playing in the subway or when you're downtown Nashville and you see guys playing like on the street corner,
Buskers,
I'm like, they just love it so much.
They love it so much that they do. Yeah,
I'm almost envious. Like, I mean, I love music as much as the next person for sure, but the industry wears on you.
Yeah, the incentive to pay your bills is a really strong one. So to those that are just out there grinding because they love it, good on you. But hopefully you can get some coin too.
Hopefully you get some coin. Yeah.
Know your worth.
But what I think, with that show, there were times where when you're around each other all the time, doing radio interviews, doing, like we said, meet and greets, and we were really trying to pump the show up, and it reached a point where we all started wearing on each other's nerves, and there would be little things going on, little dramas, that every family has.
Yeah.
Everybody acted professional the whole way through, and even though we were having some qualms like backstage, we never let anybody know that, and no one ever did.
Yeah.
We
always went out on stage and put out a show. Yeah,
because we knew how much tickets were, how much people were paying for tickets.
Yeah.
And it was like you owed it to just one person that paid for that ticket to give them your best. And so that's something that I commend everybody that was in that show.
Yeah. And we brought our own clothes. We brought our own like everything. We were dolled up for shoes, and we had our extensions in and our lashes
the girls
on.
Did. I mean,
he did too. Don't let him lie to you.
The lashes
long flowing locks.
Yeah, I wore the lashes, but I didn't.
Oh my gosh, no! It was a great time, and the fact that we have the relationship that we do now, I love that. And I'm literally a part of your guys' family, and that makes me so happy. And you're a part of mine. And to find like the people that you click with, and we've got other talented people in the show we're super close with, and it's just nice that you have that core unit, and we're really lucky to have that.
So I started writing this down.
Yeah.
You and Trav. Oh, geez, I keep hitting that thing. Trav's gonna be mad.
Our audio guy.
You and Trav.
AKA my husband.
Yeah. The best audio guy.
The best
in
audio.
the world.
He goes, don't wear lip gloss. I was like, you can't say things like that to me. We're married now.
Is it for the pops? Yeah. I get that.
You're welcome, by the way.
All right. So I wrote down you and Trav. Obviously, you and Trav became part of our family because we would have these we'd have these like bonfires or get-togethers after some of our Friday
That was on my list too.
If we had like Friday or Saturday night shows, we would sometimes like go over to each other's houses and we would just have an all-night wang doodle. Or what is it called?
Wang dang doodle.
Wang dang doodle.
Yeah, thanks,
Wang
Coco.
dang doodle. Yeah. Shout out Coco Taylor. But and we would have these great parties, and then we would all go home and Uber at home or whatever we needed to do to get there safely, and then but sometimes people would crash at my place or wherever we were.
Yeah.
So one morning I wake up and I'm hungover from, it's a bad one. And I'm just like dragging my feet into the living room and I see my wife, Julie, but I hear her talking. I can't see on the other side of the island. So I walk into the kitchen and there's Allie just sitting there. She's like, sorry, I never went home. I'm just hanging out. And I was like, okay. And I went,
I live here now.
I want IHOP. And so we all got in the car and went to IHOP.
Yes.
And then that's kind of where it all started, where we
Yeah.
were like, even outside of the show, we enjoy being around each other. And
Yeah.
we started talking a lot and realized that our families had a lot in common.
And to be fair, you lived on the outskirts of town. I mean, what's a girl to do? I was not driving 50 minutes home.
That's fair.
I was like,
we lived
there's a hole upstairs. I'm staying here.
Yeah, there was room, and so it was the grown up thing to do.
My favorite though was the barbecues. This man would get like, I don't even know how many pounds, like an ungodly amount of poundage of meat from barbecues to feed 10 people. 12 people? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe that's a little conservative, but
Yeah. I mean,
you would get like a lot of meat.
I get a big tray of it.
There's
I'm just
gonna be
like,
so
what's the
many
biggest
TikTok
tray you
clips in
got?
this.
I'm like, what's the biggest tray of meat you got?
Yeah.
And they give me all their meat.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing the thumbnail where you're like this. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, no, I just always so generous, you and Julie. And, we would get out the mixer. We'd make margaritas and pina coladas and we'd play that game. What was that game?
Oh,
The little-
with the headset on?
Yeah. What was that? Catchphrase. We'd play that too. God, that was hilarious.
Oh no, that wasn't the one.
Not heads up. Oh, what
you had to like
is it
read
called?
people's lips, right?
Yes.
While there was like noise going on
Yeah.
in the headphones. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh my gosh.
That was fun though.
And it sounded like a recording from hell. It was like, I don't
like
even know what it was.
A bunch of demons screaming in your ear.
It really did.
Yeah.
I was like, what? They couldn't have put like a soothing beach wave or some shit. No, it is demons all up in your shit. What? Ma'am, I'm trying to read this person's lips. I can't listen to Beelzebub in my ear. Calm down. Okay. Can we put a different sound in here? Jesus. We were talking about the game that I love so much, and it's called Hearing Things. I
Hearing
Googled
things.
it.
Yeah, there you go.
You put headphones on, and you have to read. No. The person next to you puts headphones. You put headphones on, and I say,
You read off of a card,
yeah,
and then I have to try to read your lips and
while
say what
demons are screaming in your ear.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. We play that. We play catchphrase. What else do we play? I don't know. I feel like we played a lot of that game because we played rolling.
We played a lot of times of like, where's Ty? Because like I would wander off in the backyard somewhere.
What's he doing?
I never know what he's doing.
Playing in the
there.
fire again. Oh my gosh.
Good
yeah.
times. Good times.
So we had a lot of good times.
Yeah.
And I mean, for as much as like we thought the show was going to end up in places and it stayed right here in town, I'm also kind of thankful for
Me
that.
too.
Because we got to like really ground ourselves and grow all of our friendships. So
I mean, I pretty much went through that entire show or maybe not the whole thing, part of it while Kirsten was in high school.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool to have, have other people my age to kind of bounce ideas off of. And I'm like, I've got a daughter in high school and I'm struggling. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
So I would ask you guys questions and just like, I was writing down some notes and I went, of things that we all did for each other or, with each other while we were at the show that had nothing to do with the show itself.
That's what she said.
That's what I know. That's why I kept talking. I'm like, that had to do with the show itself. Just so I can be perfectly clear.
Okay, what were they? Tell me all the things.
All right, so I put really quickly, like we all went to watch Angela perform.
Yes. Oh my God, the
which
dancing.
is really cool.
That was fun. Yeah.
We went to a couple of JC showcases,
We did.
Which was really cool. And we saw his band play down at Old Red and stuff like that. That was fun.
Oh my God.
That was really
I'm having
fun.
like nostalgic husband flashbacks.
The reason she says this is because our buddy JC's former guitar player is this one's husband.
Shout out, JC. Thank you for matching us.
We all supported Derek when he decided to leave the show to pursue Hug a Farmer. And I think instead of...
they should sponsor us.
That would be awesome.
We should do something with them.
I want to, for sure.
Yo, Derek.
But no, we all went and supported him. I still go down to the Nashville Farmers Market, and if you guys get a chance, like they're down there usually on I think Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. But
either way, their shop's up. You can check them out on Instagram. But we all supported them.
Yeah, that
was awesome. Deidre, when you were in North Carolina, I think, I just threw it out to Deidre. I was like, I gotta move Kirsten to college. So Julie and I were packing up the car, and we'd never done it. So, it was our first time at the campus, and she met us that morning over there in Murfreesboro, and helped us move her in.
Aww,
and then we get to you and Trav, but my point is, like, you can go through every single person, and I'm like, we all shared like moments together where we were supporting each other outside of the show itself, which was amazing. And then when we get to you and Trav, it goes to another level to me, because, when my sister passed away a few years back, it was really devastating for my family and for me. And my wife had to stay back because my dad asked if he needed somebody to watch the house. We needed somebody to watch the animals and all that stuff. So, reluctantly, she stayed back, but she offered to do that. And I knew that it was difficult because she was really close to my sister as well. And so while I'm up there we're trying to get all the things straightened out, I call home and I check on Julie. And I was like, I know it's got to be lonely, especially with Kier's back in school, and I'm up here in New York. And she goes, it's okay. It's been okay. Bob and some friends stopped by, and she goes, Allie and Trav have been here, and they're bringing back dinner tonight, and they're going to stay with me. And I really, like, you guys will never know how much I appreciate that. But and that's not just you and Trav, though. It was everybody in the show.
Showed up. Yeah.
They kind of rallied around, and we put aside all of our differences and stuff, I think, for that time period. And I'm forever grateful to be with that group when that happened.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because, I needed you guys, and you were definitely, it's hard to find sincere people in places that are as competitive as Nashville.
That's really true. And to come here and
we
not
found
know
a
anyone.
nice giant group of that. And I think, I'll forever be grateful for that, for sure.
Me as well, because I didn't have any family here that I knew of at the time. And then I ended up finding people that like are amazing. We do Sunday dinners every night. That sounds like I just like adopted a group of random like homeless people on the street. But I found out that my grandmother has a first cousin that lives here that's her age.
That's wild.
And he has a son that lives here that's like my parents' age. And so like we've got the generations, like their grandkids are, my age, and Will and Elizabeth. Like, I don't know. It's worked out perfectly. And I am so freaking blessed to have them here because while it was, you guys adopted me and that was amazing.
Yeah, there's nothing like family.
It's just cool also because like they knew me before I even knew like anything. We had a family reunion. That sounds very vague and weird, but we had a family reunion like 3 years after I was born, and there was a picture of the wife holding me in her arms as I was a child. And when I went over to dinner that night, she presented me with the photo album, and that was the picture on the front.
No.
And I looked at it and I was like, I remembered the dress because it was like a blue navy, like it was a dark, like jewel toned velvet with like a lace collar. And I loved that dress and I remembered it. And then I was like, that's you and me? Oh my gosh.
That's really cool.
So then like ever since it's been like just so awesome to have a supportive family here. So that's been really cool. But nothing like great friends and family to keep you grounded, especially in a city like this. You know, just take it where you can and find your people, find your tribe.
That's right. Yeah. You guys out there, you know, whenever you go through anything intense with a group of people, I mean, you know what it's like. You always come out the other side and, you know, there's those bonds for life.
Yeah.
You know, and I definitely think that's what our group had for those 5 or 6 years.
For sure. For sure.
It's going to last a lifetime.
Can I say trauma bonds? Is that too much? Too
No,
soon?
it's trauma bonds. Yeah. No, because I think from
we'll
the
get
top.
in that later.
No, I'll just say I think from the top down, they all agree with that.
Yeah.
I think everybody feels that's.
It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. But we're lucky. We're here now. We're on this couch. We have this podcast because we found each other.
Yeah.
And we're just.
And hopefully next year you guys will get to meet the rest of the cast. That would be cool if we could get everybody back for like. How crazy would that be?
That would be really
if
cool.
we could get everybody to do one episode where everybody shows up.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
That would be pretty fun.
It'd be fun.
That would be cool.
I think enough times passed that, you know, we can all, you know.
Squash the beef, baby.
Yeah.
Or bring it home like
either
this
that or I'm
one
going
used
to
to
bitch
do.
smack somebody. I'm going to hit somebody so hard.
Bitch smack. All right. Good to know.
That's so 1990s, right? Bitch slap.
It might even be before that. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think anybody's ever said bitch smack.
That's like today.
It was bitch slap. I said bitch
slap.
I said
you
bitch
did.
smack. So that might be a new
You could trademark that.
trademark bitch smack.
Bitch smack. Wait, the front says the B and the back says the smack.
Yeah.
There you go. We're branding now.
So I'm just walking forward with bitch.
Yes. I'm making this happen. It's happening.
Bitch smack. I want that on my coffee mug right here.
Oh my gosh.
Be like, what's wrong with that girl over there? I don't know, but she's about to get a bitch smack.
Bitch. Have you seen the coffee mugs that say UNT and then the handle is dark too?
Wow.
I love the internet. You find so many interesting things.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
Speaking of funny things.
Yeah. Oh God, tell me.
Do you want me to read my...
I think you should. I think it's time. It's Reddit time.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the 615, it's Reddit on Reddit.
Okay, Red Meter, chill.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the 615. This is the segment called Reddit on Reddit.
Trademark Julie Kanye.
Trademark Julie Kanye. All right, so here's what I got today.
Yeah, tell me.
This person says, "Hey, I'm really having a tough time adjusting to Nashville. I'm trying so hard to like it, and it's so not happening for me. Did you ever find it challenging to enjoy a place you moved to? What did you do? What are your favorite parts of Nashville? Is this f***ing Reading Rainbow or something? And what's your favorite color? And what's your... Maybe you need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe you're one of those ones."
World peace. Ask him how he feels.
Thank you, everyone, for all your thoughtful responses. Definitely brightened my views on Nashville, and I am more hopeful about my future here. Not after you see this podcast.
No.
Get the hell out of here.
Tell me. I need to hear. To hear the responses.
Okay. Yeah, you just got to find your groove and your people, and that can be hard.
Groovy.
This person says, "This is why I don't want to move."
Good plan.
Yeah, that's a good one. Gotta invest time where you live. There's some truth there.
Yeah, that's true.
This person...
Holy God.
This person wrote the Bible. So we don't have time for that.
On the 7th day.
Yeah.
This person shouldn't have given a...
The 7th day, you should have rested, mother...
This is true.
Not moved to Nashville. This person says, "You're awesome. I avoid the Parthenon right now because construction, but there are so many good parks."
Who said anything about the Parthenon?
Nobody's talking about the Parthenon, man.
Centennial, no one even goes there. I'm just kidding. Centennial's really nice, actually. You should go there.
Yeah, I mean, the responses aren't great because people are honestly trying to be nice.
Oh,
which is great.
Nice.
Which is great.
That's nice of people. Bitches.
I said responses aren't great because everybody's being nice.
You're like, give me the juicy stuff.
Yeah, where's the good stuff?
Oh, all you have to do is go on Facebook. People are mean.
They're mean. My God. That's because they're older on Facebook.
That's true. They
the
don't
older
give
people,
a single.
So they don't care anymore.
Mm-mm. Nope. And especially like the musician pages. When I tell you, somebody new comes to town and they post in Young Entertainment Professionals. Hey guys, I'm 18 and I'm just moving here and my cheeks are full of sunshine and roses and I write pop and I want to get in and play bars. They get roasted in there. They get roasted. And
that's where I need to be.
You do.
Because I would roast the shit out of that person.
No, it makes me sad though. I'm like, these people are so hopeful. They could be the next big thing. You don't know.
Yeah.
Chances are they're not.
Of course they could be the next big thing. You can say that for, I mean, anybody, really.
That's really true, yeah.
When I lived in Richmond,
mm-hmm.
for example, it was rough in some spots, and there were some cultural differences for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like the fights would be over somebody cutting somebody off or I don't know.
I know they're not like
they're not
deep like they are here.
Yeah, like it's so high schoolish here.
Yeah.
The stuff that people get upset about and it's just it's exhausting. It's like I want to tell the story about when I don't think we have time, but I wanted to tell the story eventually about when I got called into the publishing company because...
Wait, can we do it in the next one? We'll
sure.
just make it after this one.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, we got... Okay, so you guys keep listening. We'll catch you in the next one because he's about to tell this juicy story and we're going to record it. So see you soon. Bye.
Bye.